Eid al-Shema Mubarak. Hello, Happy New Year. My name is Sharmineh O'Farrell, and one of my favorite celebrations is the Nowruz tradition. It is one during the Persian New Year where we reflect on family traditions, self-reflection, hope, and new beginnings. One of the traditions of the Nowruz celebration is the setting of the Haft table. Haft literally means 7 S's, and there are 7 elements on this table that all begin with the letter S. Each of these elements represent something having to do with rebirth, new beginnings, and hope and optimism, because that's what spring represents as well. One of the elements on the table of the Haft is the sabze. The sabze is the sprouted lentils. It is made up of 3 parts: the root, the stem, and the leaves, all representing the past, the present, and the future. Another element is the seeb, or the apple. The apple represents health, and as you can see, red apples are the apples that represent health because of its shine and its color. The garlic, or the seed. Now, garlic has a very bitter taste, yet we still eat it because we know it's good for us. And so it reminds us that when there are times that we need to do things that we don't necessarily want to do, we know that we'll benefit from having done so in the future. The wheat germ represents affluence, and the wheat germ is very viscous, and as a result, gives the idea that something will be long-lasting. So it gives us hope that everything that's going well in our lives will be long-lasting. The sumac, or the sumac berries. If you take a closer look, you'll see that it is color of sunrise, and as a result, it means the new day. It also reminds us, however, that sunset also gives us an idea that our time is limited and that we should enjoy each day. The sanjed is the dried fruit of the oleander, and this represents love. But the sanjed is also sweet, giving us the notion that love is sweet and that it's important for us to have a healthy and loving life. The vinegar, although it doesn't have a very nice smell, it represents age and wisdom. And this is no coincidence also, because vinegar is used to preserve things. As our older generations, they preserve the traditions which we celebrate Nowruz today and in the future. As you can see, there are different elements on the table. They don't necessarily begin with the letter S, but they still suggest elements of spring. Take, for example, the flowers. The flowers represent beauty. Another element are the candles. The candles represent enlightenment, because the light gives us hope for a prosperous future. And last but not least is the mirror. The mirror here does not represent vanity. The mirror here represents self-reflection, and it reminds us that we should take a look at all of the elements on the table and see what they represent, and have checks and balances to make sure that we're living up to those guidelines and principles. So with that, I'd like to wish you a very happy, prosperous New Year. Eid al-Shema Mubarak.